Hi, everybody. This is JP Hunt. I'm a co-founder at InkSoft, and you are tuning in to a new episode of the InkSoft Sell More Merch podcast. All right, so today I want to share really a philosophy with you that you can use in your marketing approach to make sure that you are optimizing your marketing messaging and your marketing presentation to get the most possible value. So we're going to talk about something called Mimetic Desire. And the first thing I'm going to do is break down what the hell Mimetic Desire is. I want to give you some examples of Mimetic Desire at work, and then I'll show you how specifically you can use Mimetic Desire in your marketing approach. So first things first, Mimetic Desire is a term that was coined by a now deceased philosopher, historian, author. He was even a professor at Stanford University. So Rene Girard, and as most philosophers do, Rene asked the big question, and really that question led to the thesis. As consumers, we really don't know what we want, so we imitate what other people want and desire. Hence the term mimetic desire. And let's look at the root word of mimetic, and that is mime. So think about this, consumers tend to just mime or mimic what other people do or find desirable. And so let's look to some specific examples of mimetic desire at play. And I'm going to give you one from my personal experience. In fact, this is something that I experience every time I go out to dinner with my wife. She illustrates mimetic desire. So rather than just ordering from the menu, she insists on asking the waiter for recommendations. What do people love? What's your favorite dish on the menu? And so she finds comfort and less risk in choosing the wrong dish by inferring what's popular or what's recommended from the waiter. Now, you'll notice savvy restaurants will code their menu in a way to house specialties or, again, specialties, right? So they'll code their menu to help consumers make a decision about what dish might be safe. So if it's a house special, there's probably less risk in choosing something that might be today's special, right? Or an off-menu item or something like that. So that's one specific example that I encounter all the time. But let me give you a more broad example, something that you probably all experience, right? So let's turn to social media for a moment. So social media has totally turbocharged mimetic desire. So if you scroll through Facebook or Instagram, it's really like doing entering the vortex of mimetic desire and really social proof. So oftentimes a consumer will look to a social media influencer that they follow. Maybe they like that particular influencer. They have maybe expertise in a specific domain. And so it's safe to look at, well, what does that person have to say about a product that I might want or need? And that will give me some validation, right? Some social proofing. But at the same time, when we look at a social media post, we oftentimes look at how many likes that post has received. Is it popular? Is it trending on Twitter? Is it highly rated? Even looking at an Amazon transaction, right? There's safety in purchasing a random product from a random, merchant when there's thousands of 5-star reviews and tons of praise, right? Well, that's probably a safe bet. So the reality is, there's 3 more examples of mimetic desire at play. So the reality is this. Let's kind of bring this to how mimetic desire could be useful for a print entrepreneur, as a decorator, or somebody that owns a print shop. So this is an easy way to implement this technique into your marketing approach. Constantly ask yourself the question, am I using terminology like popular, on trend, retail trend, highly rated, customer favorites? Are you using that in your marketing approach? Now, I think this actually relates directly to a topic that we've talked an awful lot about, and we continue to talk about because it continues to be a problem. And that's something that we call curation, right? So the reality is there's 2 approaches. You could have thousands of products on your InkSoft online store, blank products for your clients to choose from, or you could curate those to have the best, the most popular, the most on trend, the most relevant, genuinely the products that your customers love. They love the fashion, the fit, the fill. You validate them, that they imprint well, they have good inventory levels. So the reality is this. If you practice mimetic desire and you take this approach of positioning products and graphics and embellishments as popular and on trend, you're almost forced to constrain the list of graphics or products that would align to listing something as popular, right? So you can see how these 2 go hand in hand. So specifically, if you're an InkSoft user, if you're setting up an online store, think about really choosing the products that, of course, align to what your customer wants and needs, but also taking the time to use the heading and the description, the subheading. Make sure to add, again, marketing messaging that infers popular, trending, most liked, most favorited, because there's safety there, right? So I think if you kind of switch gears and look at it from the customer perspective, every purchase, every transaction has an inherent risk, right? And of course, humans are risk adverse. And so if we can reduce and remove risk from a purchase decision, a purchase commitment, well, we're probably more likely to win that sales opportunity. So by implementing Mimetic Desire into your approach and by telling customers, hey, listen, these are safe products to choose because they're super popular amongst all of our customers. They're the highest rated and reviewed. These are an absolute, there's no risk in choosing these products. And same with these designs and this embellishment methodology. So really the advice here is as you're composing social media messages, as you're composing marketing messaging, whether you're organizing an InkSoft proposal as maybe a lookbook or a pitch deck to bring to win a new customer, the more times you can implement and storytell about the products, the graphics, the imprint method that you've selected that lines up to the customer's need. So again, you're being a solutions provider. You've curated this very unique array of product mix, of course, embellishment, decoration mix to present to them. But throw in behind that some added weight of, hey, you can't go wrong with these products because they're super popular right now. These colors are on trend. They align with retail styles. Our customers absolutely love these, so we're really confident that you'll love them too. That's going to help you go much further in your sales and marketing approach, especially when you juxtapose that with your competitors. It's not very likely that most of your competitors are going to take the level of care and expertise to really curate the right product mix, design mix, and then support that and validate it with social proof. Our customers absolutely love these. You can't go wrong. Again, that removes that risk from that purchase decision. So again, very simple technique, Mimetic Desire. We don't know what we want, so we imitate what other people want. Be that mime for your customers. Be the mirror in which you're reflecting what's popular, what's trending, so your customers can have some confidence in making a purchase commitment. So what I want to do now is conclude with, if you have examples of how you're using Mimetic Desire in your marketing practices, maybe there's a technique or something I didn't suggest that you think would be relevant, I'd love to share that, so we could always do a part 2 and bring some more insights. Or if there's maybe big questions or topics or ideas that you want to see reflected in a future InkSoft Sell More Merch podcast, by all means, I'd love to hear from you, whether it be feedback or ideas. You can reach me at jphunt@inksoft.com. Well, thanks for tuning into this episode. We hope that there was at least one point of value that you can use to implement into your marketing practices, and we look forward to our next episode together.